Hello everyone, this is Teacher Ang and NMOS is finally over. So here are 6 must-knows about the upcoming RMO and APMOPS. So first, when are they held? RMO and APMOPS, also known as the Raffles Mathematical Olympiad hosted by Raffles Institution and the Asia Pacific Mathematical Olympiad for primary schools hosted by Hwa Chong Institution. For the dates, we will use this year as reference for next year. So registration was 15th to 19th February for RMO and 1st to 29th February for APMOPS. For round 1, RMO was held on the 26th of March and for APMOPS 18th of April. For round 2 is 19th of April and for APMOPS 25th May. For eligibility, there's junior and open categories for RMO, junior being P4 and P5 and open being P6. Whereas for APMOPS, all primary 6 students as well as 10 primary 5 students per school can apply. Number 2, what is the format? So for RMO, there's a time duration of 60 minutes for round 1 with 20 MCQs and the same paper will be given to both junior and open categories. For APMOPS, it will be 120 minutes with 30 MCQs and same paper for P5 and P6. Next, for round 2, RMO 60 minutes, junior category is 15 short answer questions and open category is 7 short answer questions plus 4 questions requiring workings. And for APMOPS, the time duration is 120 minutes with 12 short answer questions and 2 questions requiring workings. Number 3, what are the awards? So let's start off with RMO. For round 1, they are split into high distinction for the top 2%, distinction for the following 13%, and merit for the following 15%. For round 2 invitations, for junior category, the top 2% or about 40 students, whichever is lower, will be invited. And for the open category, the top 3% or about top 60 students, whichever is lower, will be invited. Now, moving on to APMOPS. For APMOPS, there's platinum, the top 1.5% or 50 participants, whichever is lower. Next will be gold, 2.5% or 70 participants, whichever is lower, followed by the next 6% which are given silver and next 10% which are given bronze. For round 2 invitations for local Singapore-wise, the top 50 participants will be invited. Question 4. What is the scope of the 2 competitions? So we have compiled all the questions and all the topics that are given in RMO and APMOPS, and total there are 103 topics as you can see here. Number 5, what are the differences compared to NMOS? So firstly, let's compare NMOS with RMO and APMOPS. So you can see the breakdown of the topics here, and you can see that RMO geometry is important at 32%, whereas APMOPS there's number theory 21%, calculation 21%, and word problems at 11%. So we know for NMOS, going to RMO and APMOPS, we have to learn more topics. So that's the number 1 thing we need to do. But is that all? No, it's a misconception that you only have to focus on learning new topics. Not only do you need to learn new topics, but you also have to ensure that the existing topics that you have learned, that you gain even deeper understanding of those topics. Why? Because RMO and APMOPS will test questions that are harder. The variations to these questions will test the concepts more deeper. So you definitely have to learn and understand very well the existing knowledge. So that's number 2. And thirdly, you can see here, comparing NMOS to RMO. Let's see. This question from NMOS tests the half model, whereas this question for RMO tests the equal height model, the bird head model, and the principle of fixed difference. So NMOS questions might only test 1 model, whereas RMO they test up to 3 models. So that's very difficult. Not only do you have to understand each model very well, you have to understand how to use them all together to solve the question. So definitely you have to learn how to integrate all these models together to solve the question. Which brings us to number 6. How do we prepare for RMO and APMOPS? So first, we have to expand knowledge points. We know this much topics in NMOS and we have to learn that much more for RMO and APMOPS. Next, we have to deepen our existing knowledge. Whatever we know for NMOS, we must make sure we know even more. Deepen the knowledge and make sure you can answer harder questions from RMO and APMOPS. Thirdly, we need to have a comprehensive revision of Olympiad topics. We need to know all the topics that might be coming out so we can better prepare for them. As well, if we have to merge the models together to solve one question, we'll do that no problem. So if you have any questions about RMO and APMOPS, don't worry. We have a preparation guide seminar hosted by Teacher Cui. It will be hosted at 3rd August, 6 p.m. and you can apply via the Kangaroo Study app. If you have any questions, you can reach us towards our WhatsApp group here and you can find out more. You can feel free to ask us any questions. If not, see you next time. Bye bye.